welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a drugstore affordable makeup tutorial using a bunch of new makeup that I've been loving and using the new e.l.f. Chipotle collection that recently came out. Super excited to show you guys how I created this look. But before we get started, I do quickly want to introduce myself for those of you guys who are new to my channel. Hi, welcome. My name is Jessica, aka the Mexican Beauty. I make videos on all things beauty, lifestyle, and fashion, so I would love for you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. While you're at it, hit that notification bell because that will make sure you never ever miss a video. And also, please don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, the Mexican Beauty, because whenever I'm not here on YouTube, I'm literally there 24/7, so you don't want to miss me. So let's just go ahead and get right into the tutorial because I'm so excited to show you guys how I created this look right here. So keep watching. Okay, so we're gonna be starting off with the eyes. I have here the e.l.f. Chipotle palette. It is beautiful, honestly. It has the prettiest colors. I feel like even if you aren't a Chipotle fan or anything to do, you know, I feel like you would still really love this palette. It is super wearable and just stunning. So what I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start off with this beautiful green shade right here. And I'm just going to be applying that all over. I really like to blow up the screen from side to side. It's a gorgeous matte green. It isn't as intense as you think it would be once you put it on. If you want to intensify it more, I would say tap and then blend accordingly just to get maximum pigment. Okay, so once you have that on the eye, we're gonna move on to the shimmer right next door. We're gonna be taking this beautiful shimmery green. And I'm gonna be taking a flat brush and I'm just gonna be placing that all over the lid. You guys can see this kind of adds dimension. This would also be a cute little St. Patrick's Day moment. I know a lot of people have been saying they feel like e.l.f. has stepped up their prices, but I think with the better they get, the higher the prices will go. I really hope they don't go, you know, anything too outrageous because I feel like that's what's made e.l.f. so amazing is how affordable they are. But I do love the fact that even though they are raising the prices on certain things, I feel like they're really giving you amazing products for drugstore. Then I'm gonna go back in with that fluffy that we went in with and just kind of blend everything out just to really make it as even as possible. I don't wanna make this look super like intense and defined. I wanted to still keep that softness that we had. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do for this eye look is we're gonna take a angled brush and I'm going to be doing a little liner moment. I'm gonna use this one. This kind of looks like beans, like a bean color. And I'm gonna be using that right here. So you guys know that I typically only take the eyeliner on the outer edge. If you faithfully watch my videos, you know that just because I do have lash extensions. But today, because this is a different brown than the ones that I've used, I'm gonna go ahead and take it all throughout. I never like to make the liner towards the front really, really thick. I like to make it a little bit thinner. I still like it for it to pop, but I just kind of keep it a little bit on the thinner side so that you can still see the shadow and the look doesn't look too intense. I feel like this brown liner really took this eye look and made it on theme with the whole Chipotle collab. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this eye and then we can start on the complexion and get through the rest of the products that I have to share with you guys. Okay, so we have the eyes complete and I'm literally so obsessed with this eye look. Literally looks stunning. But let's go ahead and move over to complexion. I gathered some of my current favorite newer drugstore products because I did want to keep this a more so drugstore based tutorial, trying the new Chipotle collection with e.l.f., but also still using some really cool new launches that I've used previously, but I still want to continue sharing. So I'm currently really enjoying this e.l.f. Mint Melt Primer. This is their cooling face primer, and what I really like about this is how gripping it is. If you don't like gripping or things that are too tacky, you will not like this. If you like tacky primers, then you will enjoy this. It is kind of like a gel-like consistency as well. The reason why I personally like this product is because I love a good gripping primer. I feel like a good gripping primer really allows for makeup to grip onto the face really nicely and just give it that stunning, like, in place, not budging makeup application all day. Now we're gonna be moving to another product that is new in Drugstore that I've really been loving, and that is the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation. This has been my current favorite Drugstore foundation. It is so good. I do wear this in the shade medium. I'm gonna be applying the foundation with the e.l.f. Chipotle sponges. So aren't these so cute? It's supposed to be kind of like the color scheme of an avocado. So you get the large sponge for all over foundation application, tinted moisturizer application, and then you do get the little mini baby for under eye concealer. So I'm going to be applying the foundation on the back of my hand, and you guys are gonna see how beautiful this foundation looks. I really love it. So you guys can see it looks light, like you're gonna be like, is this gonna work out? But it does work out once I blend it. Also, this green, Verde Limon, has been like my color. I feel like it's gonna be a color that I'm really gonna enjoy in the spring. Okay, so I know it looks super light right now, but it will blend in. Just don't count me out. It does such a beautiful job of covering up the redness. It's just an overall beautiful foundation. I would highly recommend checking this foundation out by Physicians Formula. It's so good. Like, look at this. Like, it just gives me the most flawless finish ever. Like, I just live for it. So we have the foundation on. You guys can see it looks stunning. Once blended, it looks much better, right? Okay, so now we're gonna move on to concealer. Another new concealer at the drugstore is the e.l.f. Brightening Concealer. This is the Flawless one in medium 32N, and this just gives you that really pretty brightening consistency. I thought I wasn't gonna like this, but I have been enjoying this because I feel like it gives you really nice coverage, and it definitely does brighten those under eyes a lot. I feel like for the person on the go, this is perfect because it's a pen, so you just kind of push it up and you get that whole situation. I mean, I guess it'll be good to blend in these crevices. I don't like to use sponge though, because then it causes this. Do you guys see that? So I like to use a brush instead. I've been enjoying going in with the Rare Beauty, blending that out nicely, like so. Do you see how much smoother it looks? Now I'm gonna be going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This has been another one that I've really been enjoying from the drugstore powder-wise, besides my Airspun. You guys know I always use Airspun. I'm gonna be using the KKW applicator. So this one, what I like about it is that it gives you like a really pretty, healthy glow on the under eyes, especially if you're somebody that may be scared of your under eyes looking dry, or you don't want them to look like extremely dull looking. This e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder is lovely. It's not gonna give you like a highlighter glow or anything like that. It just gives you a healthy radiance from within. So now we're gonna just dust this away. And you guys can just see, it just gives such a beautiful, healthy look. It doesn't look too matte. I just feel like it just gives you the right amount of soft matte setting powder vibe. So if you're wondering about this concealer, not only does it give you a good brightening effect, but I feel like it also really does a good job of looking like real skin on the under eye. Sometimes some concealers can be too heavy. This is how I'm gonna put it. If you guys have tried the e.l.f. Camo concealers, especially the hydrating one, because that's personally my favorite, and I feel like it's a better version of the original, but you feel like that one's way too full coverage, you're gonna really like this brightening one, because of the fact that this one isn't as full intense coverage as that one. It's more so of a lighter coverage. It's buildable, but it still gives you that same nice consistency and same nice formula that the camo does. So that's what I would say about that one, in case you guys are wondering, like what it's comparable to. I think that if you're looking for a good setting baking powder duo to the e.l.f. Brightening Flawless Concealer, I would definitely say pick up the Halo by e.l.f. If you're my complexion and kind of like more so of that like brightening effect, I would get medium in the powder, and then I would get medium 32N in the pen. Highly recommend these two together for concealer. They're great. Now we are going to begin adding that dimension that I love so much. And we're gonna first start off with bronzers. So these are the new Fishes Formula bronzers. I've talked about these on my channel before. I have this one in the shade, I don't even know if this has a shade. It just says matte bronzer. Like, it doesn't tell me a shade. Okay, so we're gonna be using this one. And if I can find the shade, I'll link it down below. But I'm just gonna be warming up my face. I've always felt like the Fishes Formula bronzers are some of the best bronzers at the drugstore, if not the best bronzers at the drugstore. I haven't found anything else drugstore wise that I'm like so in love with. They're just so good. Then these e.l.f. New Putty Primers are literally everything. I've been trying to find more shades. The two that I want are like those light shades, and I cannot find them. They're sold out everywhere. But I'm using this one in Bora Bora. And what I do is I just take this e.l.f. putty brush, and this is supposed to be for primers, like the putty e.l.f. primers, but I use it for the putty blush because I'm like, you know what? It's a putty product, why not? And I just take the product right here. You guys can see how beautiful that looks. It just builds up so nicely. Like, look at that, it's stunning. And I feel like applying it this way, like just patting it in, really makes the product kind of become one with your skin, and you guys can see it just looks so beautiful. This is great because it can really just be built up to what your personal needs are. I feel like it just blends in so perfectly. So we are going to go back in with the e.l.f. Chipotle palette because we do want to do a little bit of some lash line work. So I was thinking about doing something here in the inner tear duct, but then I'm like, you know what? No, I think I'm gonna leave it just blank because I really do like the way it's looking right now. But what I am going to do is I'm going to be taking this really pretty shimmery like orangey tone, and we're gonna be applying that on our lower lash line just to add a little bit of a pop to this look. So we're just applying it down here. And I feel like because we aren't doing that inner tear duct moment, this will really stand out. And I'm going to just be blending this out so it doesn't look super harsh right underneath. And then I do want to go ahead and take a white liner. I'm just using this one from NYX. This is one of my favorites. And I'm just applying a little bit of that liner right in the waterline, just on the outer edge to kind of open up the eye a little bit more. Okay, so I want to keep this look nice and just kind of like a soft matte. So I'm going to go back in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. I'm going to be taking my brush and going in with a little bit of powder and applying it in the areas where I typically tend to get dewy quicker, and that's the smile lines. And then right here, basically like the T-zone and then the smile lines. And we are not gonna be going in with any highlighter today. I just kind of wanna have this look like this. Okay, so now we're gonna be finishing off the look with the lips. It is a Make It Hot Lip Plumping Gloss. So we're gonna do a very easy lip today, no lip liner, just the gloss. I feel like it's gonna give it a really fun, like springy summer vibe to it, especially with like the natural hair doing its thing. Just feel like it'll be a vibe. Yeah. It kind of smells like those hot tamale candies. So you could honestly wear it like this, or you could apply it on top of like a nude lipstick or like a red lipstick. I personally am just leaving it like this because I want the full attention to be on the eyes, and I kind of just want to do like a fresh lip, you know? I just feel like it just gives it such a pretty touch to the face. Okay, so this look is complete using the new e.l.f. Chipotle collection, and I have to say I am very impressed with the palette. It is such a beauty. I love that even if you aren't a Chipotle person, you don't care for the food collabs that the makeup world is doing, it's still a palette that you can get really great use out of. I'm not sure if it's still available, but I will have everything linked down below that I can find that I used for this entire face. Like I mentioned, there are some amazing new products at the drugstore that I've been using a lot, which is why I mentioned them in this video to create this look. So if you guys did enjoy watching this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out to continue doing these types of videos for you guys. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of my day. And don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.